Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Sunday stream, which is in fact the first Sunday stream for a very long time. Today we're going to be doing a bit of air traffic controlling at Sydney Airport. We're not flying today, just controlling.
Yeah, gate 57 with uniform cliff for just start.
Jetstar 438, push approved.
Push approved, Jetstar 438.
Sorry about that, everyone. My intro was disrupted. We are going to be doing some controlling of Sydney Airport. As you can see, we've got 2 aircraft on the ground right now, and there are quite a few more inbound, so that will be very fun. I hope everyone enjoys, and let's get right into it. I should probably add some music because it'll be a bit weirdly empty while we wait. But that's okay. That's okay. And you may hear me clicking away at my keyboard also, because I'm clearing aircraft and things like that. But yeah. So I've just given Jetstar 438 pushback, and cruising at 1012 is awaiting theirs. So that'll be interesting. I'm just going to check on VATSIM radar to see if we have some more inbound aircraft. I was under the assumption that we did. Yes, we do. Good. And we got 2 flight plan pre-files as well, so hopefully it'll be nice and active here at Sydney. I'll just add that text onto the runway there. KLM001 is in the chat. Highlight of my week. Well, KLM001, it is very nice to see you on the stream, and welcome. I believe my microphone might be a little bit too loud, so I am going to turn it down for the sake of everyone watching the stream. Qantas 526 has just popped up. They've already got their flight plan, so I don't need to add that into their clearance, which is helpful. That's all good. I am using Ozstrips because it's better than the default VATSIS flight tag management. It just is, and that is undisputably true. In fact, some people don't like it because it takes up too much screen space, and that is valid, but I don't really mind it that much. Ask Qantas 526 about his thoughts on Dingles. I will not do that, because I doubt he is a professional tennis player like you and I. Honestly, everyone knows that it's the best tennis mini game, and really they should just add it to the to Wimbledon. When things get boring, they should just play a round of Dingles. But they should definitely add it as a tennis mini game, or even Minions, Noughts and Crosses. That's also a good choice. However, I don't think Qantas 526 will know much about it, since he is just disconnected. We got FedEx 5973 overflying. Please can you explain Dingles? Sure. Basically, I've got no idea, but it was never explained to me in great detail. But essentially, it's singles tennis, and then at some point in the game, somebody says Dingles, and then it goes to doubles.
And Sydney ground cruising 1012.
I've got no idea. Cruising at 1012, push approved.
Push approved, cruising 1012.
Alrighty, they're good to go. Yeah, I think that's the rules. Honestly, I don't know. Basically, someone shouts Dingles, and then you switch to doubles, and someone hits the ball to someone, and then...
Jetstar 438, uniform request taxi.
Jetstar 438, thanks taxi via Charlie. Cross runway 25 at your own discretion, no reported traffic. Continue Charlie, Bravo 10, hold short of Sierra.
Taxi Charlie, cross 25, continue on taxi, Bravo 10, Sierra, and then Tango 234 left, 34 right, Jetstar 438.
Anyway, yeah, that's the rule. But none of us can ever actually keep a rally going anyway, so it's fine. As a professional tennis players like myself and the development squad, you know. So those are the rules of Dingles. Thank you KLM001 for starting the conversation. Anyway, Jetstar 438 is taxiing, and cruising 1012 is on their way to us, so that's great. That is very, very good. What is the worst name beginning with K, in your opinion? I don't know, actually. I think... Oh, hang on. I cannot continue this conversation because somebody has filed an invalid route. Here's something. If there are any pilots lurking, watching this stream, who are looking at the chat, please do not file through Wollongong, Canberra, Boys. Boys is no longer a correct route, and I know that SimBrief gives it to people, but that doesn't make it correct. So,
193, radio check.
Qantas 193 Sydney Ground, good afternoon, reading you 5x5. Please do not file through Boys. It is incorrect. Or at least that's what Austrip says. So now I'm going to pop them a quick message.
In Sydney Ground, cruising 1012, ready to taxi, we can take into 6 in Lima.
Cruising at 1012, thanks. In that case, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 25 at your own discretion. Continue Charlie to holding point Lima, runway 34 left.
Thanks. Taxi Charlie, cross 25 on discretion, continue Charlie, Lima, short 34 left, cruising 1012.
And now let's get that amended routing. TSAT. TSAT is the one we like. Well, normally we don't like TSAT, but for the moment we do like TSAT because when I give them Wollongong, it'll go straight through. And we'll await their response from that. Hopefully they get back to us soon. There you go, they're getting back to us right now. Sure, alright, lovely. I sometimes think that people just say sure, and they don't kind of realise that that actually means that they need to enter a new thing into their computer fire. Now, I don't know if they can take 3-4 right, so at the moment, I'll put them as, I'll put them as no runway. But we'll see.
In ground, cruising 1012, just saw an aircraft land 07, just confirming that's appeared on your side as well.
Cruising 1012, say again, are you saying that you can see an aircraft on runway 07?
I just saw an aircraft, actually disregard the place, cruising at 100 feet. Yeah, disregard cruising 1012.
Yeah, cruising 1012, I've got them as overflying the field. They might be a little bit of an unstable flight, but I think they shouldn't be a problem. If you'd like to hold short for your own at your own discretion, then that's okay with me, but I think you should be okay.
Yeah, no worries. I may not miss the altitude yet. We'll continue to taxi across 07, cruising 1012.
Alright, Jetstar 808. They're going to Canberra. They can have 3-4 right, Maribs 7 departure. And there we go. The worst name beginning with K. We're back to KLM 001's discussion. I think it might be Cornelius with a K. I don't know. I'm actually not sure. Where is Yankee Bravo November A Alpha? I don't know where it is, but they can have the LSM 1 departure. And I'm still not sure about Qantas 193.
Qantas 193, ready for clearance to Melbourne.
Qantas 193, thanks, and thanks for accepting the amended routing. Are you able to accept runway 34 right for departure, or would you require 34 left?
1 second.
Qantas
And sitting on cruising 1012, switching over to advising now, thanks for help, yeah.
Cruising 112, sorry, say again? Qantas 193, not above 13. Well, I always sound very young on the radios, and it's great to have new pilots on VATSIM if they know what they're doing. So that is great.
Qantas 193, we will need one way 34 left. We can't take 16 left or 34 right.
Qantas 193, that is no problem. Amended clearance available when you're ready to copy.
Ready to copy.
Qantas 193 cleared to Melbourne via Wollongong flight plan route. Runway 34 left, Wollongong to departure. Climb via SID 5000. Squawk 3754, departure frequency, Unicom 122 at decimal 8.
cleared to Melbourne via the Wollongong transition. Cleared runway 34 left, Wollongong to departure. Flight level 5,000 feet, squawk 3745, and departure frequency on 122.8.
Qantas 193, thanks. Break, cruising 1012. If you're still with me, you can contact Unicom now, 122.8. Have a great flight. Okay. Cruising 1012 is gone. Foxtrot Charlie 78 is also gone. So that's fine. Okay, someone has filed an incorrect flight plan. What is Yankee Mike November Delta? I've got no idea where that is. Someone just pressed ident on their thing. I don't know why. Okay. My apologies. I don't know where that is. I forgot how you show the route on Ozstrips. Is it that one? No, I did something bad. Is it that? No, that's the reroute menu. Where is Yankee Mike November Delta? Alright, it's off that way. Good. So that means, according to the cruising rules, they should be... No, I reckon that's right. I reckon that's fine. The cruising rules generally have a... You can only, if you're going... Anyone? I don't know, actually. That's a tricky one. I reckon we'll let them go. We're in uncontrolled airspace. So I reckon we'll let them go. But I'm not sure about that, actually. Okay, well, they can have tree 4 right, because it's closest to their destination. They are a DA62, so they're...
Ground, g'day, Qantas 3, heavy received uniform for Auckland, request clearance.
Qantas 3 Heavy Sydney Ground, good afternoon. Just confirming that you will require runway tree 4 left, or are you able to accept tree 4 right?
Yeah, ASAM, we require tree 4 left, Qantas 3.
Qantas 3, no problem. In that case, cleared to Auckland via Evon flight plan route. Runway tree 4 left, Richmond 6 departure, radar transition. Climb via SID 5000. Squawk 1521, departure frequency at 122.8.
Thanks, clear to Auckland via the Evon plan route, 34 left, Richmond 6, radar transition, climb up to SID 5000, squawk 1521, and departures Unicom Bay International 8, Qantas 3.
Qantas 3, thanks. Tell that guy that he's got to use tree 4 right? No, we've got to accommodate for operational requirements. That's just the way it goes. That's okay though. Jetstar 438, I'm pretty sure they're out of there. They're at the holding point. They're gone. Yeah, they just departed, so that's fine. We can just delete them. Nice. We got SQ232, and for the uninitiated, SQ is not the call sign of Singapore. That will be SIA. So this might be slightly interesting, but that's
Sydney
okay.
ground, good afternoon. Jetstar 808 with information uniform requesting Canberra.
Radio check.
Doing it once there, however, Jetstar 808, I got you. You're cleared to Canberra via Wollongong flight plan route. Runway tree 4 right, Marib 7 departure. Climb via SID 5000. Squawk 4216, departure frequency at 122.8.
Clear to Canberra via the Wollongong flight plan route, runway 34 right, Marib 7 departure. Climb via the SID 5000. Squawk 4216 and departures on 122.8, Jetstar 808.
Jetstar 808, thanks. And the other station calling, go ahead. What is that? Call sign. REU. Never heard of that before. Fiji 910, as always, they're off to Fiji, funnily enough.
City ground, Qantas 3, International 8, request push.
Qantas 3, International 8, push approved.
Bay 8, push approved, Qantas 3, thanks.
You're very welcome, sir. No, no need to put that on frequency.
Sydney ground, Reunion 771, Bay 53.
Last station calling, sorry, unfamiliar call sign. Just say again, call sign only for me.
Reunion 771.
Reunion 771, thank you for that. Taxi via Gulf to the Bay.
Gulf to the Bay, Reunion 771.
Reunion. I've never heard of that airline. I wonder what they're called. Air Austral. Look at that, I never knew that. Silly me.
Qantas 193, ready for push and start.
Qantas 193, push approved.
Push approved, thanks, 193.
Singapore 232. You know what? November Golf 425, if that was you calling, unreadable. I often use that supervisor tool to see who's the last station calling when they're unreadable like that.
Sydney ground, Singapore 323, heavy international uniform on board, requesting I-5 to Singapore.
Last station calling, was that Singapore 323 or Singapore 232?
Singapore 232, sir.
Singapore 232 heavy, thanks. Standby 1 for your clearance. It's saying they've got an invalid plan, but I can't check. And Singapore 232, your routing seems to be slightly non-standard. I don't mind if you'd like to continue with it, or just let me know if you're able to accept an amended routing I can send you through text.
We can accept an amended route, Singapore 232.
Sierra Quebec 232. That's what I should really be calling them. We got FedEx inbound now. That kid is either in a hurricane or using a grate on his bike. For real. There are some... That's the thing, I don't mind
Sydney
you...
ground, good day.
hang on.
November Golf 425, radio check.
November Golf 425, Sydney ground, good afternoon. Reading you about a 4x5. There's a little bit of echo, but I can read you quite well.
November Golf 425, looking to pick up clearance Tim Maitland with information, uniform word Diamond DA62.
November Golf 425, cleared to destination via... Cleared to destination direct, runway tree 4 right, Sydney tree departure. climb via SID 5000, squawk 3263, departure frequency 122.8.
Clear to destination, clear to mainland direct, runway 34 right, Sydney 3 departure, initial climb 5000, squawk 3263 and departures on Unicom, November Golf 425.
November Golf 425, thanks.
Singapore 232, we've 6-hour route requesting IFI information uniform to Singapore.
Singapore 232, thank you very much for that. Cleared to Singapore via KDON flight plan route. Runway 34 left, KDON 1 departure. Climb via SID 5000, squawk 1550, departure frequency 122.8.
Clear to Singapore via the KDON flight plan route, KDON 1 departure to 050, squawk 1550, departure frequency 122.8, Singapore 232.
Singapore 232, thanks.
City ground Qantas 3's nose to the north, request taxi 34 left.
Qantas 3, taxi, your discretion to Alpha, whichever way out of the apron you'd like, then continue Alpha, hold short of Golf.
Taxi Alpha, hold short of Golf, Qantas 3.
Okay, we got a message.
Sydney ground, Singapore 232, gate 32, request push.
Singapore 232, standby. FedEx 5973, welcome to Sydney. Taxi via Golf, cross runway 25. Correction, my apologies. Taxi via Alpha, cross runway 25. Golf to stand 55, if you can accept that. It's time for a new ATIS. We'll get the ATIS in just a minute. I made that custom sound, by the way. Don't tell Vatsis. Something went beep. Don't know if that went through on frequency. Let's see. Request stand 2. FedEx 5973, roger that you'd like to request stand 2. In that case, continue taxi on Alpha. Hold short of Golf. I am in a bit of a pickle now. I'm in a bit of a pickle. Okay. Qantas.
You can pull it to International 3 if it makes it easier to get around.
Qantas 3, sorry, say again.
Yeah, if you want us to pull into International 3, just so he can get up to cargo, we can do that.
Qantas 3, I was about to ask you to do that. That'd be brilliant, thanks.
No worries, we'll pull into the right and we'll continue taxi to hold short of Golf for Qantas 3.
Qantas 3, wonderful, thanks, and sorry for that little diversion. I could see that might happen. I will try and avoid that next time, thanks.
That's alright.
Okay, back to the ATIS.
Singapore 232, international flight, gate 32, request push.
Singapore 232, thanks, push approved.
Push through, Singapore 232.
Can we still run
November
the
Golf
true force?
425, requesting engine start up at the GAA Prince.
November Golf 425, start approved.
Start up approved, November Golf 425.
Qantas 193, ready for taxi.
Qantas 193 correction. Qantas 193 taxi via Charlie. Cross runway 25 at your discretion. Continue Charlie. Hold short. Tree 4 left at Lima.
Taxi Charlie, cross runway 25 on my discussion. Continue Lima, then hold short at runway 34 Lima.
At all stations, New Sydney information, Victor now current. Changes wind, tree 102030 in direction, 5 knots. Max tailwind, 5 knots. Clouds few, 4,300, temperature 2-1. That's information, Victor. Okay.
Qantas 3, short of Golf.
Qantas 3, thanks. Continue Golf Alpha, cross runway 25 to holding point Alpha 6, runway 34 left.
Golf Alpha, cross 25, Alpha 6, 34 left, Qantas 3.
November Golf 425 requesting taxi.
November Golf 425, taxi via Golf. On Golf, give way to the Qantas 787, taxiing right to left on Charlie, then follow them down Charlie, cross runway 25, Bravo 10, hold short of Sierra.
Taxi via Golf, give way to the traffic on Charlie, right to left, then follow them on Charlie, cross runway 25, Bravo 10, hold Sierra, November Golf 425.
FedEx 5973, sorry, I'm not sure if I gave you further on, but you can now continue your taxi all the way up Alpha to stand 2. Thanks for flying and sorry for the delay. Qantas 193 is taxiing very, very fast. They're not wasting any time today. Look at that. Alright, we got to give them a better departure, because they are a jet aircraft and they can't have the Sydney tree. It's all complicated. We have a message. Apologise. Continue on Alpha into Bay 2, FedEx 1593. No need to apologise if you're watching the stream. I won't clutter the frequency with that, but there's no need to apologise, just keep learning. I'm still learning.
Sydney Ground, Fiji 910, IFR to Nadi.
Fiji 910, Sydney Ground, good afternoon. Cleared to Nadi via Dipso flight plan route. Runway 34 left, Richmond 6 departure, radar transition, climb via SID 5000. Squawk 1061, departure frequency, Unicom 122.8.
Cleared to Nadi via Dipso, runway 34 left. Richmond 6 departure, radar transition, climb by SID 5000 and squawk 1061, Fiji 910.
Fiji 910, thanks. Okay.
And Fiji 910, we are ready for push and start.
Fiji 910, thanks, push approved.
Push approved, Fiji 910.
I reckon that's about stand 60, and I need to get the Qantas 3s on record, taxiing to Alpha 6, and Qantas 193 is taxiing to Lima, and November Golf 425 is taxiing to Sierra. Okay, good. Good. And Jetstar 808, I meant to get back to that, meant to get back to him, that's Winston. Hey Winston, thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for flying, and let me know when you're ready for push. It's getting nice and busy now, actually.
Singapore 232, request taxi.
Singapore 232, taxi via Golf Alpha, cross runway 25 at your discretion. Continue holding point Alpha 6, runway 34 left.
Taxi Golf Alpha cross 25 at my discretion. Continue taxi to holding point Alpha 6, Singapore 232.
Okay.
Sydney Ground, Jetstar 808, ready for push, stand 17.
Jetstar 808, push approved.
Push approved, Jetstar 808.
Qantas 193 at Lima, holding point runway 34 left.
Qantas 193, thanks. Hold your position, stand by.
Holding.
And Qantas 3, if you haven't already, contact Unicom 122.8. Thanks for flying, have a good one. Alright, he's gone. Qantas 193, on Lima, cross runway tree 4 left at your own discretion. Traffic is a company 787 rolling tree 4 left, so I would advise waiting for them first. Then after they clear, you can cross and then continue Alpha to holding point Alpha 6, runway tree 4 left.
Once passing traffic, continue on cross runway 34 left, then continue on Alpha to Alpha 6 holding point.
Okay.
Sydney Graham, good afternoon. Speedbird 318 for Melbourne with Victor, I think it is. Request Airways.
Speedbird 318 City Ground, very good afternoon to you. Thanks for Victor. Cleared to Melbourne via Wollongong flight plan route. Runway tree 4 right, Marib 7 departure. Climb via SID 5,000 feet. Squawk 6056. Departure frequency Unicom 122.8.
Clear to Melbourne, correction, clear to Melbourne via Wollongong, flight plan route, Wollongong to departure, 5,000, and squawking 6356 and 1228 on departure.
Speedbird 318, just confirm runway tree 4 right, it's the Marib 7 departure.
34 right, just say again the departure.
Marib 7 departure, Mike Alpha Romeo, uniform Bravo 7. Marib 7 departure.
Narab 7 departure, I'll put that in. Thank you, Speedbird 318.
Speedbird 318, thanks, readback correct. Yes, okay, before we get cross, I know that readback correct is not used in Australia. However, because he had so many tries at it, I thought I'd just clarify that he had in fact got that information right.
November Golf 425 holding short, Sierra.
November Golf 425, thanks, contact Unicom now 122.8. Thanks for flying, have a good one.
122.8 November Golf 425, thank you, Sierra.
Qantas 113, going to Unicom, thanks for the ATC.
Qantas 193, thank you for flying. Have a good day. Very polite people on Sydney, flying to Sydney today. I'm impressed. We got even more bizarre call signs flying, and we got Alpha Sierra Juliet 26 November Aston Jet. I've never heard of Aston Jet before, but maybe I'm missing out on something. Who knows? Oh well. Let's check our ACARs. We have a message. Request log on. Absolutely, my dude. Absolutely. And I am sorry for the delay. Your log on is accepted. VAT ACARs.
CG 910 requesting taxi runway 34 left.
Fiji 910 taxi via Gulf Alpha cross runway 25 at your discretion to holding point Alpha 6 runway 34 left.
Taxi Golf Alpha cross 25 and Alpha 634 left. Fiji 910.
Alrighty. I got Sydney Tower. Fiji 910, sorry, amended taxi instructions because Tower's just hopped online. I can't have you crossing the runway anymore, so for now, taxi Golf, hold short Alpha.
Taxi Golf, hold short Alpha, Fiji 910.
Okay, we have Tower. Nice. or Sydney 2, as they show up in my interface. So Sydney Tower should be online soon. You're ready. Good. I'll let them know when they're online. I'll hold these guys short of the corresponding runways. But for now it's okay. Qantas 193. And a Qantas 193, actually disregard. Sydney ground.
Runway 25, release to ground.
Sorry, your readability 1/5, you're very quiet. Ground to ground volume adjustment. What if I crank that up?
Ground, Jetstar 808, ready for taxi.
Jetstar 808, standby 1. Alright, now we've got runway 25 released to us. We can make a note accordingly. Fiji 910, thanks for your patience. Now you can continue Golf Alpha, cross runway 25 to holding point Alpha 6, runway 34 left. Alright, I'll just hope that he's understood that. No read back, after all. Why would you bother giving one of them?
Speedbird 318, request push and start.
Speedbird 318, standby 1. Break Jetstar 808, and thanks for your patience. Taxi via Charlie, cross runway 25, Bravo 10, hold short Sierra.
Taxi Charlie, cross 25, Bravo 10, hold short, Sierra, Jetstar 808.
CG 910 holding short Alpha.
Fiji 910, thanks. I called you up about a minute ago. You can continue your taxi now, Alpha, cross runway 25 to holding point Alpha 6, runway 34 left.
Taxi Alpha, cross 25 to Alpha 6, 34 left, Fiji 910.
Singapore 232, holding Alpha 6.
Singapore 232, thanks. Contact the tower now, 120.5. Thanks for flying. Have a good one.
120.5, thank you, Seal.
Speedbird 318, thanks for your patience. Push approved.
Push approved, no problem. Speedbird 318.
It's getting busy now. It's getting busy at Sydney. That is fine.
Sydney Ground, good day, Jetstar 459 with stay 49.
Jetstar 459, Sydney Ground. Welcome to Sydney. Taxi via Bravo. Cross runway 25. Hold short of Golf.
Bravo, cross 25, hold short of Golf, Jetstar 459.
Now we're looking for Bay 49er. I'm just going to check that that's where I think it is. I don't know where 49er is. It doesn't seem to exist. Can anyone inform me of that? I've had other people ask for it, and that's why I'm confused. I might just go and check. My chart Fox. Anyone know where Bay 49er is? Let's just check the apron chart. Can't hurt, can it? Ah, that's...
Jetstar 459, we're for Bay 49. Can we just keep going via Bravo and Foxtrot?
Jetstar 459er, yes, thanks. I've just realised where Bay 49 actually is. I have to admit I was not sure before. You can continue Bravo and Foxtrot to the Bay, thanks.
Bravo Fox to the Bay, thanks, Jetstar 459.
Whoops. Bit of a skill issue there. That's fine. Whoops. Whoopsies. It's alright. We all do it once or twice, am I right? I thought it would be next to Bay 50, but apparently those are assumptions that I can't make. Alrighty. Let's see if Fiji 910 passes the test of... Actually, no, they're an international plane. Fiji 910, upon reaching the holding point, contact the tower 120.5. Thanks for flying. Have a good one.
Over the tower, thank you. Fiji 910, see ya.
Bye. Okay. Golf 425 is gone. 19 tree is gone. They can just be deleted from the departure board. Singapore 232 is gone. They're on the runway now. We'll just we'll delete them in a second. We won't delete them right now though. Fiji 910 ready at the holding point. Speedbird 318 is pushed. 459's inbound. 513 hasn't called yet. And I'll be logging off in about 45 minutes, and the stream will also be ending in 45 minutes. .808 is ready, but they have taken a wrong turn. Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay. Well, Jetstar 808, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. Yeah, Jetstar 808. Jetstar 808, if you're still with me, contact the tower. He can backtrack you to your destination.
Ground Jetstar 808, welcome.
Thank you. He should be able to just backtrack you down the runway. Just contact them now. Whoops, someone's taken a wrong turn. Jetstar 808 has taken the wrong turn. That is fine. There's an aircraft taxiing who shouldn't be, and they need to contact me right now. Otherwise, I'll not be a happy Bob. Papa Golf Kilo, are you with me? Sydney Ground, Papa Golf Kilo. Sydney Ground, can someone give me a radio check?
Speedbird 318, reading 5.
Alright, someone's just not listening to me then. Alright, they can have a contact me. That's fine.
And Speedbird 318, request taxi.
Speedbird 318, thanks. Taxi via Golf. Hold short of tree 4 left on Golf.
Taxi Golf and hold short of 34 left at Golf. Speedbird 318.
Sydney Terminal Information Victor. Expect.
Alright, we have a new information. All station Sydney Terminal Information Whiskey. Now current changes. Wind is 340 degrees 5 knots. That's information whiskey. Alright, Speedbird 318's taken a wrong turn. They're on hotel, not Golf. But that's fine. Sydney Ground.
Radio check.
A little bit better, reading you a 2x5.
Alright, cheers.
Speedbird 318, just for your information, you're on hotel, but that's okay. You can continue taxi, hotel, Alpha, Golf, hold short, tree 4 left on Golf.
I'm just about to turn right on Golf. Sorry, my Navigraph's way behind where I am.
Not a problem. You can taxi however you'd like, your discretion to the Golf holding point, tree 4 left.
Okay, I'll try for Golf 3-4 left, thanks. And Speedbird 318 is holding at Golf.
Speedbird 318, thanks. Just continue to hold your position there. I'm just contacting Tower so that you can get you crossed over.
No problems, holding position.
Cool Capybara is in the chat. What's up, chat? Hello, Cool Capybara. How are you going? Taxi via Tango, holding point Tango 6, runway tree 4 right. Speedbird 318, you can continue now on Golf, cross runway 34 left, then taxi, continue Golf, Charlie, cross runway 25, then Bravo 10, hold short of Sierra.
Clear taxi, cross 34, cross 25, Bravo, hold short Charlie, Speedbird 318.
Alright, they're going to Wellington. Okay, so tree 4 right doesn't work. Let's try tree 4 left. That doesn't work. What's the closest one to their destination? Quite well, thank you very much, says Cool Capybara. Sorry I missed that there. We shall give them the Marib 7 departure. No, I don't know. Wait, hang on, I've messed up. I've messed something up. Okay, time to check the SOPs. I can't remember which one has which transition. Marib radar transition. Hang on. Tree 4 left. Tree 4 right. Marib 7. Alright.
And Speedbird 318, Charlie, holding short of 34 left.
Speedbird 318, you're currently holding short of runway 25. Continue on Charlie, cross runway 25, and then Bravo 10, hold short of Sierra. Messed up their flight plan.
Clear to cross 25, taxi holding it and hold short of correction point Sierra. I think I might have missed something there.
Speedbird 318, no problem. Amend flight plan, accept. Tree 4 right. Marib 7, radar. Boom, there we go. It's as easy as 1, 2, skibbity 3. Okay. Nice. So, at the moment, Speedbird 318 is taxiing. We've got an empty holding point bar. I know that Tower is using the same client as me, so things should transfer over. I've been desperately attempting to plug my channel here in my controller description, but it doesn't really work. I'm glad that Sydney Tower's on though. That always helps to have a controller above me. I don't mind that at all. Victor Hotel Papa Golf Kilo. Speedbird 318, just confirm ops normal.
I believe so, Speedbird 318.
Speedbird 318, you seem to be taxiing on Bravo now. I assigned you Charlie down to holding point Bravo 10. If you could just hold your position for the moment.
Okay, will do, and I might need some taxi guidance.
Speedbird 318, that's no problem. At this stage, are you able to make a right turn onto Kilo, or are you facing the wrong direction?
And for my position, I'll turn onto Kilo now. I think it'll take me to runway 25, correction 34.
Speedbird tree 18, you're assigned runway 34 right. That's the runway down to the south of the airport. If you're able right on Kilo, then continue there and hold short of Charlie after you've done the right on Kilo. If not, let me know and I can reroute you. What's going on?
No problem, turn right on Kilo and hold short. Speedbird 318.
Alright, he can do Kilo. Alright, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. This is this. You know, people say that controlling is easy, but this is what makes it tricky. My lights have just gone out. Hey Google, turn on all the lights. Alright, my lights are back on. Speedbird 318, hold position.
Holding position 318.
Okay, Speedbird tree 18. You're currently approaching, or you may be into the threshold of runway tree 4 left. For now, turn left on runway tree 4 left and taxi down the runway tree 4 left towards the south until taxiway Bravo 10. On taxiway Bravo 10, exit runway tree 4 left to your left and then continue to Bravo 10 and hold short of Sierra.
Taxi runway 34 to Bravo 10, then left at Bravo 10 to Sierra. The only problem I'm having is I'm not getting any taxi markings on the taxiways.
Roger that. Are you using Microsoft Flight Simulator or X-Plane?
No, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
That's interesting. I'm not sure how to help you there. For the moment, just confirm that you're able to see the runways and taxiways even if they don't have signs or markings. Well, this is interesting. Radar termination. I'm not going to try and pronounce a unit. Radar termination. There you go. Gotcha. G'day, mate. Good day to you, mate. How's it going? We're doing a bit of air traffic control. Speedbird 318 is attempting to taxi Bravo 10 hold short Sierra. They've had a couple tries at it now, but that's okay. VATSIM is all about being patient and keeping calm despite unknowledgeable A320s taxiing all over the field. And Speedbird 318, just confirm you're taking the next left.
That's it, I'm turning left now, Speedbird 318.
Dot Wallop? No, there's no need to do that. He's not behaving incorrect. He's listening to me. He's just a little bit uninformed. He's having an issue where he can't see any taxi signs and his charts aren't. He thinks he's somewhere where his charts don't show. But that is fine. Speedbird 318, thanks. Now continue on taxiway Bravo 10. Hold short of Sierra, and once you reach Sierra, hold short and contact the tower 120.5. Thanks for your patience with all the reroutes. See you next time.
No, thanks for the help. I'm sorry about the stuff up, Speedbird 318.
Alright, there you go. We're all good. It's alright. It's more fun for me, more interesting. If everyone does everything right, then it can get repetitive. Taxi Bravo, cross 25 Golf to the Bay, thanks. You know, it's just that all over again, so it's sometimes more interesting to have some cool taxis. Yesterday I was running sob props and it was super fun. But yeah. We have 2 still waiting for clearance. Now I see why people use Ozstrips, because at the start, when I was beginning to observe and control, I didn't really see the use of it, but now I kind of understand that it's pretty helpful sometimes. It's pretty helpful sometimes. Alrighty. To be fair to Speedbird 318, he's only got 16 hours total on the network, but he's still doing very well. Alrighty. Radar termination. I like your username. I'll be logging off in about 15 minutes, by the way, for your information. The stream will be ending in about 15 because I've got to go after that, but I'm doing a little bit of controlling. Let's hope Speedbird 318 is able to contact tower now. Come on, fingers crossed. Let's see. And also I can't hotline tower because his coord is not working, so that's a shame. Maybe I tried to bump my no, that's not it. I tried to bump my coord audio all the way up, but I don't think it's going to help much. That is okay. Do we have a new ATIS yet? Let's check again. Nope, nothing. Alright, and we still haven't cleared those 2. Let's see. Yes, Speedbird 318 has managed to hand themselves over to tower. That is extremely impressive. Let's check VAT A cars. VAT A cars is marvellous. It is a miracle of engineering by a couple of very smart virtual air traffic controllers. Alright, I'm glad that tower logged on, because there was a tower before, and then there wasn't. He just immediately left, and approach left as well. Having approach on was very helpful. Anyway, it's getting pretty quiet now. All stations Sydney ground will be closing in 15 minutes time, 4-5. There is really not much going on now. That's good though. That's good. Aha.
Sydney ground Jetstar 513 at gate 54, ready to copy IFR clearance to Melbourne.
Jetstar 513 Sydney ground, good afternoon. Cleared to Melbourne via Wollongong flight plan route. Runway 34 right, Marib 7 departure, Wollongong transition. Climb via SID 5,000 feet. Squawk 4040. Departure frequency 122.8.
Jetstar 513 cleared to Melbourne on the Wollongong flight route. Take off runway 34 right on the Marib 2 departure. Climb the SID to 5,000. Squawk 4040.
The Marib 2. Now that's a new one. Jetstar 513, just confirm it's the Marib 7 departure, Wollongong transition.
Correction, Marib 7 departure for the Wollongong transition, Jetstar 513.
Jetstar 513, thanks. There we go. You made it. And that's actually not Jetstar 513, that's a Juliet Quebec 513. It is very quiet now on frequency, so this I'm sure is a very boring stream. However, thank you to the 3 people who are watching. Thank you to the 2 wonderful mods on my stream also. And thank you to anyone who's flying and watching the stream. I know we had a Winston around somewhere, but I think he's gone now because he got bored flying on the ground at Sydney. I can understand that. Winston is still watching. I'm very glad. Oh, it's Oceanic, our favourite airline. Our favourite virtual airline. Oh, by the way, time to sue VATSIM Radar because I made a pull request on their GitHub to add my virtual airline, Sausage Airlines, to VATSIM Radar, and they closed it and they just said no. Like, that was the only no reason, no like even attempt at letting me have make the pull request. Just nope. Speedbird 318 is ready. Goodbye, Speedbird 318. Having this display capture is a little bit unprofessional. I might have to try and fix that. You see, the thing is that I can't use window capture because my ATC client, every single little bit you see on screen there is actually counts as a separate window. So I'd have to add like 1 million window captures, and I'm not planning on doing that. So the idea is that I could just screen capture. Maybe that helps if I crop out a little bit at the bottom. I'm not sure. It just looks a bit weird seeing that. Sorry, seeing the
ground.
taskbar.
Jetstar 235 is with you 6 at stand 6, looking for IFR clearance to Wellington.
Jetstar 235, Sydney ground, good afternoon. Cleared to Wellington via Corley flight plan route. Runway 34 right, Marib 7 departure, radar transition. Climb via SID 5000. Squawk 1364. Departure frequency 122.8. Where are you going, Mr. FedEx?
Could you please repeat squawk frequency, please? Squawk code.
Jetstar 235, no problem. Squawk 1364.
Cleared Wellington via the Corley flight planned routes. Marib 7 departure on 34 right. Initial climb to 5,000 feet. Squawk code 1364. Departures are on 122.8. Jetstar 235.
Jetstar 235, thanks. I'm not sure whether Oceanic 11 can take that runway. City Tower is now off. That means I am alone again, providing the ATIS, etc. It's just you and me watching now, Bob. Yes, it's just you and I, Winston. Just the two of us. I'll be logging off in 5 minutes. All stations, unfortunately, Sydney Ground is closing in 5 minutes. Don't know what happened to Juliet Quebec 513, but they haven't called me up for a while.
Sydney Ground, Jetstar 235, just requesting push and start.
Jetstar 235, push approved.
Push approved, Jetstar 235.
Arbor has a very, very poppity pop microphone. That's okay, I cannot be talking there, to be honest. My microphone is terrible.
Sydney Ground, Oceanic 11 to Auckland, request clearance.
Oceanic 11 City Ground, good afternoon. Are you able to accept runway 34 right for departure, or do you require 34 left?
Yeah, we'll be able to take 34 right, Oceanic 11.
Oceanic 11, thanks. In that case, you're cleared to Auckland via Marib flight plan route. Runway 34 right, Marib 7 departure. Climb via SID 5000. Squawk 1411. Departure frequency 122.8.
Clear to Auckland via Marib flight plan route. Runway 34 right, Marib 7 departure. Climb via SID 5000. Squawk 1411 and departure frequency 122.8. Oceanic 11.
Oceanic 11, thanks. Okay, we're getting
Sydney
the...
Ground, Jetstar 513, ready for push and start.
Jetstar 513, squawk mode Charlie and push approved. Now, technically, you're not allowed to do that, but,
Squawk mode Charlie, Jetstar 513, push approved.
technically you're not allowed to do that, but I know from where the orange dots are that he's not going to cause a conflict with another aircraft. KF OBS, do not copy me. Oh wait, no, you wouldn't need to copy me for S2 training. I think I know he might be. Don't do what I do. Anyone who's watching, always make them squawk before they push. Bro's watching his own stream. I absolutely am. Why would I not? Free publicity, am I right? And we got even more departures, yet more departures, but I can't really accommodate for them because I am closing in 2 minutes. Tell you what, I'll give FedEx 73 his clearance. FedEx 73 with me? Alright, no. All stations ground closing in 2 minutes. And Jetstar 513, just make sure to squawk mode Charlie when you can for me. That means I'll be able to see you on your taxi. Okay. We're closing very shortly, I'm afraid. And we'll be closing the stream very shortly as well.
Sydney ground, Jetstar 513 now. Squawk Charlie, can you confirm?
Jetstar 513, yes, I've got you now, thanks for that.
Jetstar 513 ready for taxi.
Jetstar 513, thanks taxi via Charlie, cross runway 25 at your own discretion. Stand by, sorry, background noise.
Oceanic 11, Gate International 34 requesting push and start.
Oceanic 11, push approved. Break Jetstar 513, thanks for your patience. Taxi via Charlie, cross runway 25 at your discretion. Continue Bravo 10, hold short Sierra.
Jetstar 513, taxi Charlie, cross runway 25 at discretion, and Bravo 10 hold short at Sierra.
Push approved, Oceanic 11.
Alright. And all stations, unfortunately, Sydney ground is now closed. Stations on the ground Sydney continue with Unicorn 122.8. Thank you everyone for flying. Hope you all have a great day.
Have a good one.
Wheatley Crab. Oh no. Oh no. Winston, you're a mod. Setting an example, please. Thank you. Wheatley Crab is fire, but you're a mod. Thank you. His name is Wheatley Crab. No, not that song. When in my Portal era, I was spamming that song 24/7. Like, I would never stop listening to it. But I'm no longer in my Portal era. I'm in my Microsoft Flight Sim era. Anyway, with that, everyone, I shall now be ending the stream. Thank you so much to anyone who watched. I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you to anyone who flew, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Bye.